Question number 11. How do you push yourself to go out and shoot videos alone? Were you ever scared or nervous filming in public, especially when by yourself? Yes, I'm nervous right now, actually. So, what's going on, everybody? Super excited to answer you guys' questions. Let's get right into it. All right, so question number 1 says, how did you start your journey? So in 2018, I dropped my first daily vlog. I was 17 years old. I had never posted a video up until that point. The vlog was not good, but after that, I was hooked. Ever since then, it's been a dream of mine to be a full-time YouTuber, to be a full-time videographer, cinematographer. And now we're here, man. So the journey started back in See these bugs just landing? Yeah, started almost, 6 years ago? Question number 2. What inspires you to write or film? Life inspires me to write and film. I mean, of course you admire other people's work and you look at other people's stuff and you're like, wow, that's really good. Like, I want to do something like that. But honestly, me living my life, all the experience I have had over these 23 years of living, I think that's what inspires me to write and film. Where do you get creativity for all your videos? I've always been a creative person. I've always loved drawing, watching movies, music, anything art-based or creative-based, I've always been a fan of. I would say it's something I was born with, if I'm being honest. What should I film if I want to start? Whatever you're feeling at that time, whatever you're going through at that time, film that. Where do you get all your sound effects and transitions from? Personally, I get all my sound effects, the music you're listening to right now, the transition sounds, I get all of that from Epidemic Sounds. They are not sponsoring this video. If Epidemic Sounds do want to sponsor this video, let your boy know. Do you see film writing as more of a career or just a passion? I see it as both. It's definitely a passion of mine, but I definitely want it to be a career as well. If I could do this for the rest of my life, full time, that's what I want it to be. So I'm gonna answer both. What do you hope to gain out of this? What is your end goal? I have a couple end goals. For YouTube, I definitely want to reach 1 million subscribers. That would be like the pinnacle. I think the end goal is just to really impact as many people as I can. I want my films to be able to touch and impact and influence in a positive way as many people as possible. I definitely want to have a production company. Y'all know who Cole Bennett is. He has a production company called Lyrical Lemonade. I kind of want to be like that. I want my production company, but I also want me to be my own entity outside the production company. But the production company booming in its own right. Yeah. What are some creators or directors you take inspiration from? Directors, I admire Jordan Peele and Spike Lee. Those two guys are like probably the most people. If I was to seek inspiration from anybody, it would be those two. And then in terms of YouTube content creators, The Life of Riza and Gox are two people I really take notes from. I used to be like on the DDG wave and those type of creators when I was growing up, but I'm kind of off that now. I still do watch DDG. I had to switch the battery in my camera. My camera's about to die, and I think this one's on like 15%. Hold up. I'm gonna try to chug through these questions, answer as many as I can before this camera dies. What's your best advice on finding your own style for video? I kind of touched on this in my last video. I think the best way to find your style is to know yourself. Whatever you like and whoever you are as a person, that's the best way to find your style. Not trying to please other people, just pleasing yourself. Tips and tricks you can offer for newcomers to cinematography. This is crazy because I feel like I am a newcomer in the cinematography space. Like, I'm just learning all the things about cinematography and videography. I've definitely come a long way from where I started, but it's kind of crazy I'm getting this question considering I feel like I just started. But if I was to give anybody advice, and something I personally struggled with when I was starting off to create content, man, definitely do not allow what you don't have to inhibit what you can do. When you first start out, of course you're gonna want the best camera, the best audio, the best lenses, the best computer, all the best stuff. A lot of people want things to be perfect before they start. And I think that's probably the worst way to go about it. I started off with a Canon Rebel something. I forgot what it was called, but it didn't shoot in 1080p. It shot in like 720p, and I was editing off an iPad. I didn't start off where I'm at now. So I've worked up to this point. And I feel like the best advice I can give an up-and-coming cinematographer or content creator, because it's something I feel like I struggle with, is not allowing what you don't have to hinder what you can do. How do you go through pre-production? How do you storyboard? It's actually pretty simple. I actually don't do as much pre-production as people believe. I'm kind of just more of a go out and do it, figure it out type of person instead of trying to have everything perfect beforehand. But the little pre-production I do create a concept for the story. I use Milanote to storyboard. I create the overall topic, and after that I just break it down scene by scene or shot by shot in terms of how I want to tell the story or how I want to shoot certain scenes. But besides storyboarding, I don't really do too much. I also try to get my exposure and audio levels correct in camera before I start shooting so I can do less work in post-production. But besides that, I don't do too much because I know myself and I can kind of get caught up in pre-production and then not even get to actually shooting the video. Try to get right to it. Were you ever scared or nervous filming in public, especially when by yourself? How do you push yourself to go out and shoot videos alone? Yes, I'm nervous right now, actually. So I still definitely get nervous going out to shoot in public, but it's just something you have to work through, something you have to push yourself to go out and shoot. The thing that pushes me to go out and shoot alone, especially since I don't have like a studio, which is one day I do want a studio though. Outside is honestly like the best thing to do, especially as an up and coming content creator. Outside, you can get so many scenes, it's so much more versatile. But yeah, you just gotta break through that barrier. You know, go out, shoot something, and when you go home and you start editing it, you will not regret it, I promise you. You're gonna wanna shoot outside more, I guarantee you. When are you going to start shooting music videos? Man, I wanna start shooting music videos very soon. I'm currently in the works of making my own production company, so once that's up and running and everything's set up, I wanna start taking on all kinds of work, directive work, music videos, all that stuff. I wanna get into every aspect of video with my production company, so very soon. Have you been looking for screenplays to direct, or do you only write your own? I'm definitely interested in working with other directors, bringing their business to life, shooting it or directing it, etc. So yeah, I'm definitely interested in that. What camera do you recommend to start filmmaking? I would recommend the Sony a7C. Sony a7C, in my opinion, tackles everything you would need to do for filmmaking, especially when you're starting off. I want to create content like yours with the iPhone 14. Is that okay? Definitely, do it. The only thing I would say is you'll be able to do everything but really get the color and maybe the depth of field that I get with the actual camera. But besides that, get the angles right and you get a good story, you can definitely create content like mine with the iPhone 14. How do you plan out small milestones? For me, I keep it really simple. I just set goals either for the week or for the month. I find that when you try to plan one goal for the end of the year and that's the only goal you have, instead of looking at one brick, you're looking at the whole wall and that can be intimidating. So I try to just do it brick by brick in terms of just setting goals for the week or setting goals for the month. For example, by the end of this month, I'm hoping to be monetized on YouTube and I also want to hit 7,000 subs. We're close to doing both of those. This week, my goal is to get this video up. Keep it simple, man. Keep it simple. What helps you find what your videos will be on? My life experience, for real. Whatever I'm going through in that time is what I'm gonna make my video about. So my last two videos are literally based off of how I'm feeling at that moment. How long did it take you to learn how to edit your videos? Man, it took me, y'all heard me, I started shooting videos in 2018, but I stopped once I got to college for about a year or two. If we're counting from 2018 to now, it took me probably about 5 to 6 years to really learn how to edit. But if we're starting when I first started really posting videos again and taking it seriously when I was in college, probably about 2 to 3 years. How did you learn how to color grade? I get this question a lot. I'm self-taught, which a lot of other content creators are. YouTube University is what I like to call it. YouTube University will get you right every time. If you want a certain color grade, a certain look, you can literally type in how to color grade with Dehancer, how to color grade with Cineprint 16, and all those videos will pop up, taking you step by step on how to do it. You just gotta spend some time in that lab. Yeah, I was self-taught. I just looked at a whole bunch of YouTube videos for hours and hours on end. Trial and error, also. A lot of trial and error. Do you recommend Dehancer for color grading? Is it worth it? Dehancer is definitely worth it for color grading if you want a film look. If you don't want a film look and that's not what you're going for, then Dehancer probably isn't the route for you to go. But if you want that film look, if you want a cinematic feel to your videos, Dehancer is definitely the way to go. Dehancer is what I use. Dehancer is what you're looking at right now. It's a great film emulation. It gives you all the cinematic effects that you could possibly want. If you do want to use Dehancer, I do have a 10% discount code listed down below. So if you did want to go buy Dehancer, which you should probably go do, or anything from their website, if you use my discount code, you'll get 10% off. So yeah, I would definitely say it's worth it. What lenses do you use? Everybody be thinking I be using all types of different, I use one lens, It's the 18-135 Sony E-mount APS-C lens. I had a wide angle lens, a Tamron wide angle lens, but it was lost. That's everything, man. That's all the questions I got. Hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Another Q&A coming soon. I definitely want to do one when I hit 10K. Hopefully 100K in the future. If you have any more questions, of course, leave them down below in the comments. I'll try my best to get to all of them. That's it for me, man. It was real. I'm gonna see you when I see you. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Hopefully, I catch up with you.